All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea, something I think will hit home for a lot of you. It's called the outlaw's path. And the whole idea is that sometimes true mastery isn't found by following the crowd, it's found by embracing being alone. You ever get that feeling? You know the one, where you look up and realize you are marching to the beat of a completely different drum. And everyone else, they're all kind of marching together, somewhere else. Well, here's the twist. What if that feeling of being an outlaw, of being a little out of sync with everybody, what if that's not a sign you're lost? What if it's actually the first clue that you're onto something big, that it's your greatest advantage? So let's start with what we're going to call the outlaw's feeling. It's so important to understand this because really, it's often the starting pistol for a truly incredible journey. See, it's not just some random feeling, it's a signal. Feeling out of whack with your surroundings usually just means you're operating on a different frequency, a frequency that's tuned to ambition, to growth. So think of it this way. It's not a bug, it's a feature. So why does this actually happen? To get to the bottom of that, we have to talk about something called the isolation trench. We've got to explore exactly why having big ambitions can sometimes create a whole lot of distance between you and other people. And at the heart of all this is a concept called the social ceiling. It's like this invisible barrier, this unspoken rule. The truth is, the people around you, even the ones who love you, they genuinely want you to do well. But there's a limit. They don't always want you to do better than them. And this creates what you could call the ambition gap. On the surface, what you hear is, "We're so proud of you." But underneath all that, there can be this subtle, kind of uncomfortable tension. This subconscious feeling of, "Hey, that's awesome, but please don't get too far ahead of us." So when you feel that social friction, that little bit of pushback trying to keep you in line, that is not a sign that you're failing. No way. It is the exact opposite. It's the clearest sign you can get that you're breaking through something important, that you're crossing a major threshold. And this is where things get really empowering. This brings us to the power of solitude. This is where we flip the whole script. This is where we learn to turn that isolating trench into our own personal elite training ground. Okay, first, we've got to make a really crucial distinction. There's loneliness, and then there's solitude. Loneliness is passive, right? It's a feeling of lack, it drains you, it feels like a punishment. But solitude is an active choice. It's an opportunity you grab for deep work and for growth. It doesn't drain your energy, it focuses it like a laser. So how do you actually make that switch? Well, mastering this lonely chapter really boils down to three things. First, just acknowledge the discomfort. It's okay that it feels a little weird. Second, consciously take all that energy you would normally spend on social stuff and reinvest it directly into your most important work. And third, you use that quiet to build your vision, piece by piece, without all the noise of other people's opinions. And the payoff for doing this it's immense. When you fully embrace this period as a tool, the level of pure, uncut focus you can achieve is 100%. Seriously, no distractions, no social static, just you and your goal. But here's the thing, that trench isn't supposed to be a permanent home. So what comes next? Well, we're moving beyond the lonely path to see what it looks like when you finally emerge on the other side, into the light. After that intense, solitary period of work, what's waiting for you? It is so much more than just a finished project. We're talking about true mastery in your craft. We're talking about an unshakable sense of who you are. You emerge into a new reality, one that you built on your own terms. That's the real light of your accomplishment. So just remember this, the feeling of isolation on this path, it's temporary. It's just a season. But the mastery you build in that fire, that's permanent. So look, the path is yours, and yours alone to walk. The question isn't whether it's going to feel lonely sometimes. It will. The real question is this. When you get to the end of it, who will you have become?